By the forest itself, I'm saved! Thank you! Did Nethrin send you? Just what it damned looks like. The Dawnmead took us in the night. I still can't believe I'm alive. Poor Galathril and Thanail. They were trying to save the relics while the mercenaries held back the assault. I just ran. No, they're still in the chest, right in camp. If you hurry, you can still retrieve them. Take them and get out of here. That's what I'm going to do.
I need to speak to you. Thank the green I found you. A runner reached me in Rolkar. My foreman, the one I told you was out trying to find that last battle site. She found it. They're due west of the Fallen Esti Autumn site. The foreman is a woman named Lorwen. We're bound by blood. She's my niece, my dead brother's only daughter. Please, get to her. Get to those relics. Make sure she's alive.
We never really got to say thank you, Hallowed. You stood beside us at Ralka, saw our parents, saw our past. Thank you for your guidance and friendship. It means a great deal to us. But then, enough about the past. Kali has already laughed at my attempts to write down what happened. We have much more dangerous, immediate threats ahead of us. Kali has been chomping at the bit. She has grown tired of these Dromatra and hungers for bigger game. We hunt the Dark Mane, who has taken root deep within Moonmount. His legions have boiled up from below, killed most of the monks. And the beacons that mark the site as holy ground are grown dark. They fuel a ward lock upon the temple door. Take this prayer to the bright moons. We must go to the beacons, the large pillars around the temple. There we pray. We cleanse the beacons and drive away this darkness. Hallowed, I know together we can see this done. What do you say?
We'll meet you at the beacons. See you there, Hallowed.
Hallowed, this one is glad you are here. This beacon has an intensity to its corruption. It is teeming with the energies of the Dromatra. Shazza must perform the purification. You are powerful, my friend, but Shazza has long experience dealing with the dark energies here. She must be the one to dispel them. Besides, the ritual will no doubt draw attention. You must protect Shazza as she works. They come for the beacon! More of them! Watch yourself! He's done. Thank you, Hallowed. I shall meet you at the temple entrance.
Just wanted to be sure you were well protected. Go ahead, Hallowed. Better you than me, Hallowed. I've never been much for the spiritual. Nice work. See you at Dumbledore. With the beacons cleansed, this ward is just an annoyance. Shazza is preparing to crack it wide open. You've already done your part here, Hallowed. Let's just stand back and let her do her thing. Shazza, what happened?
That thing was stronger than it looked. I'll be fine. Let's get inside. Hallowed, we are here, within the walls of Moonmont. She's nervous, but also very excited. Look at these runes, and the scrollwork over the doorways. Oh, if we had more time, I'd take rubbings of some of the more involved inscriptions. Fascinating. Oh, yes, Hallowed. I've been reading tomes about Moonmont since I was a cub, and to see this place with my own eyes... It's... to be honest, it's easier to focus on the ancient knowledge around me than to think about tomorrow. We spoke for the first time last night about the main. About all the pressures that one of us will assume. She, of course, says I would be better at the job than she would. Says my wisdom and intelligence are what our people need.
This place reeks of corruption. Hallowed, this temple is unclean. Kali is thrilled to be here, Hallowed. I've trained for this my whole life. Shazza and I were children when the monks first told us of Moonmont, of the Dromathra. Now, we are here, making history with you. Shazza and I spoke of it last night. We know that soon we will have to talk of the main. Who will be donning the headdress? Who will lead our people in the rituals? She thinks I should lead. Says my bravery would be an example. Ha! Yes! In ancient times it was huge, made of the braids of every Khajiit to worship the bright ones. The mane had to be carted around on a palanquin to make appearances. The modern headdress is much more manageable.
Try to keep up, Hallowed. Another barrier. Shazza can crack it. Dark Roots. This one is even stronger than the one outside.
Moonmont should be the heart of lunar light in Reaper's March. Instead, we are surrounded by darkness. Tharn and the Dark Main dare to tread on temple ground. Blasphemies against the Two Moons' dance, and corruption crawls the walls in Moonmont's inner chamber. The Dark Main's residue has twisted the altars to Masur and Secunda. It crawls from between the bricks, stretching and clinging to any ray of light. The darkness of the Dromathra reaches from where they dwell beyond, snuffing out all it touches. Ah, yes. Each of the three altars is normally aligned to one of the lunar phases. Simply refocus their light, throw back the darkness, and reclaim... that should allow you to pass through the door. In times of old, the carvings and adornments upon the walls would sing of the dance. Precious stones inlaid upon intricate plaques would speak to Masur and Secunda. Time has not been kind to these adornments, but still, they may speak to you. The altars are aligned, the darkness thrown back. Destroy the barrier, Shazar!
Let's see this done.
Right behind you, sister.
I don't know. He should be in here.
You're mine now, champions!
Kali, watch out!
What?
Turn the Khan, and together we'll... No! Damn you, First Main!
Howlwood, I can see the light of the dance reflected in your eyes. Joan and Jode smile down upon you now. They are with you at this difficult hour. You must choose. With you are two modes in the darkness. Kali and Shazar are the lunar champions, truly. One will go on to shine as brightly as Joan and Jode. The other will twist and rot and wither here in the corruption below Moonmont. You are the Moon Hallowed. It is your destiny to make this choice. One will live with you and walk the Two Moons' path. They will become the next Main. The other will hold the Dark Main in place here and dwell forever in darkness. Ridthar will tell you what he can, but know that this choice is yours. You must choose with your heart and your mind and your soul. You say it truly. She will remain here a prisoner in darkness. Only through the strength of her heart, the wisdom of her mind, can the evil that is the Dark Main be contained. You have seen for yourself, Moon Hallowed. The devastation at Fort Grimwatch. That is what is possible for a Dark Main fully in control of their host. When the host and the darkness are one, the darkness is terrifying. The Dark Main is a creature of darkness, a being from beyond the stars. The only way he could be truly destroyed is to face him in one of those places beyond. But here, now, one of the champions can hold him, make the world safe from his evil. No, Hallowed. This must be your decision. Speak to the champions if you need to. Hear what they have to say before you decide. This must be your decision, alone.
Hallowed, Kali is not prepared for what's required here. Choose me to contain the Dark Main. Of course, Hallowed. I will answer any questions I can to make your decision easier. I would try to lead with wisdom, as the monks taught us, as I learned from my father. Mother was always so proud of Kali's blade work. She used to have her demonstrate for the other children. I'm sure they would want Kali to be the next Main. She is far stronger, braver than I am. She's a better leader and a proud warrior. Absolutely. Kali would make a far better Main. Her strength and resolve would serve her well. Shazza is well acquainted with the darkness of the Dromatra. She knows what must be done. I can do this. This is my responsibility. Take Kali and leave this place. Hallowed, she should be the next Main. I am just a scribe who was born on a particular day at a particular time. I do not deserve to be Main.
Hallowed, Shazza cannot contain this darkness. She does not have the strength. Choose me to take on this burden. Ask me any questions you need to. Let's get this whole thing over with. I would lead with a firm hand and a brave heart, just as Mother taught me all those years ago. Father was ever speaking about the brilliance of Shazza's spellcasting. Once she cast a spell, and the whole sky lit ablaze. They were so proud of her. I'm sure they'd want her to be Main, to lead our people. Yes, Hallowed. Shazza is brilliant and talented, but I do not think she can physically take the strain of holding this darkness within her. I have the strength and the will to take on this burden. Yes, Shazza is much better suited to lead our people. She has studied so long and so hard. She knows much of the Bright Moons and is much better at dealing with people. She should lead, and I should stay.
Sister, please reconsider.
This is the way it must be. Sister, do not weep for me. This creature is now contained. Leave this place, sister.
Kali, why? Damn that Javadan to oblivion. I won't let her live like this, Hallowed. I won't. You and I are going to walk the path together. We'll destroy Tarn, and I will return with the most powerful sages in Tamriel. Together, we'll free my sister from this torment. Kali. Damn it. So strong, so forceful, so stupid when it comes to things like this. I suppose there is nothing else for it. We have to make fortune. Walk the Two Moons path. It's been my destiny since I was a cub. I know that now. We walk the path, and I become the new main. Then we get my sister back.
May the green keep you, traveller. Welcome to our sleepy little town of Willowgrove, traveller. We make the finest golden honey mead, rare and delicate on the tongue. Well, we do when things aren't all aflutter. We've got a number of beehives, right? We've been looking to clear some of the forest, expand out, and hired a mage to help make it happen. The buzz around town is that there's a problem. I don't know the details, though. I'd say you should go talk to Trethane Raneth. She runs our little town here. She has the biggest house in town, the one with 2 bulbs. Can't miss it. Have a good day, traveller.
I can't wait to have more space for beekeeping. Cities as far away as Skywatch are importing it, and we just don't have the space to keep up.
A lot of things go into making honeymead. We get all the credit, but really it's just because no one else gets stung by bees every day.
Here in Willowgrove, we pride ourselves on 2 things: our honeymead and not being stung by bees.
I'm getting ready to cart this mead to the Vinedusk Rangers at the village northwest of here. Everyone here thinks they're crazy, but I've been carting mead to them for ages. As long as they keep buying, they can be as crazy as they want.
Welcome, welcome. We have lots of interesting people here, like the merchant Cerulean. He's certainly got a story or two.
What can I get for you? I have goods from the March and into Valenwood.
Oh, come to sample our honey mead? My apologies, but we're running a little low at the moment. Hopefully things will be resolved soon and we should be overflowing again.
Andrathel does a much better job at coating these bowls. I don't know who coated these, but the honey's caramelizing. We don't have a spare honey to waste on bad batches of mead.
You smell it.
It feels like I've been waiting for Pacalmo for some time now. What day is it?
Ah, welcome. I'm entertaining a guest at the moment. Is there something I can help with?
People spreading rumors. You heard true enough. We hired an Altmer mage to clear the land above the village to make room for our beehives. He's been days now, and if he doesn't complete the contract soon... Well, if he doesn't complete the contract soon, he'll have to eat his wife. Alanya seems like a lovely girl, and I don't want that to happen. We are simple people here, and we know little of magic. As part of the contract, Alanya offered herself as our pact hostage. I want to give Master Pacalmo more time to work his magic, but he has little time left. The mage's tent has some papers and personal items inside. Perhaps you could look to see if anything there might explain this delay? And... perhaps Alanya may be able to suggest what to look for. I pray to the Green you can help us resolve this. No one here wants to see this contract fail. I could. We hired Pacalmo to clear the trees above the village. We're a devout community. We observe the Green Pact as closely as possible. Cutting down the trees for our own gain would be a clear violation of our belief. The philosophy, the religious point of view for most of my people. We hold the forest sacred, and the Pact forbids us from harming plants and trees. It can be somewhat inconvenient to stay true to our faith, but we manage. Yes, it is verboten for us to harm the forest by direct action, but for a non-believer, an outsider to clear the trees, especially for the benefit of the faithful, that is fine. Yes, of course. Before Pacalmo came to town, we were gonna hire some Khajiit from Olkar to do the work. But when he and Alanya arrived, he asked if there was any service he could provide, so we took him up on his offer. It's somewhat complicated. This situation is all about a contract that ensures equal treatment between unequal partners. Pacalmo is a mage, powerful and learned. We're just simple brewers. Tradition states that the pact hostage is a guarantee that the more powerful party will fulfill their end of the bargain. If Pacalmo doesn't fulfill the contract, we'll be forced to prepare his wife and serve it to him as Unthrapa. In Panrealic, it translates something like atonement. We say that if you are forced to eat the Unthrump, you must eat your sin. You must consume your failure.
This really is the most delightful brew. Being a packed hostage is turning out to be very pleasant, really. Oh, no. Not at all. Ronith has been a dear to me, and Percolmo told me all about this hostage thing. He says it's just a formality, that I don't have anything to worry about. So I'm not. Oh, silly Percolmo. Yes, he's taking his time. Don't worry, he's getting it just right. I bet he's just forgotten some ritual components. Or the ritual itself, he did that once. Silly Percolmo. I bet he'd appreciate any help you'd be willing to give. Percolmo is a kind, gentle soul. Didn't help him at all in the guild, but it makes me love him all the more.
Wait! Why are you in my tent? Who are you? Oh, hello. You're not from Willow Grove. You're looking through my things. Can I help you? Thank the Eight. I really could use some help. Something's gone terribly wrong and I don't know what I did. I should never have told them I was a powerful mage. My poor Alanya. I don't want to eat her. A ritual? Oh. The Ritual Master Tellinger sent for me. You're right. This should absolutely work. We'll just need to gather the right ingredients. Will you gather them? I should really attend to things on the hill. The chitin of a Horvor, 5 torchbug thoraxes, and a heartwood fragment. I don't know. Maybe Raneth will know where you can find these things. I have to get back up the hill. Just find me when you have them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Watch yourself.
I hoped there was something helpful in the tent. Starting to worry about how the other villagers will react to these continued delays. Ah, good then. What are you looking for? Perhaps I can help. Oh, heartwood. Any of our grown homes should have some. When the greenspickers shape trees into houses, it often leaves behind wilted and useless heartwood. We keep them as decoration, but no one would mind getting rid of it. Cerolian should have some. He's a merchant. Travels all about Valenwood, but always returns home to us here in Willow Grove. He usually has some chitin from his travels to the Southern Wood.
What can I get for you? I have goods from the March and into Valenwood. I've got some spare chitin in stock, and I'd be happy to sell it to you. But, you're not from round here, right? I could use a favour. Really? Fine, sure. Take some chitin. Don't want to anger a mage. My friend from the tent. How good to see you. Did you find the ritual components? I don't know what you mean. Nothing's wrong. Nothing at all. Ah, you noticed them. Well, that's true. I intended to summon up just a simple magical force to clear the trees. My people, we don't make pacts with Daedra, you know. But something went wrong. Very, very wrong. Cast the ritual. I've got everything ready here. Double check just to be sure. Just needed those components you gathered and... yes, ready to go. I'll just get started. Okay. I can do this. Just like forgetting my notes. Here we go. Wow! Master Tellinger's spell is easier than I thought. I think something's wrong. What's going wrong? I did it right. I need help! It's just barely holding together. Since the spell I cast wasn't intended to bring in the Atronachs, I'm having trouble sending them back. I need to link the spell with the Atronachs. Cause, destroy the creatures and get me a core of each element type. And, hurry!
What's going on here? You summoned Daedra into our forest.
We're working on it. Please, I'm trying to.
You're a monster. Our Green has spoken.
No! Wait! She seemed very upset. Very upset. Alanya, no! Ranith will cook her up now that she's seen what's happening here. I have to go. I'm such a failure. Please, you have to help me set this right. I normally fail at everything. You have to understand this spell worked too well. I wanted a simple magical construct and it summoned dozens of Atronachs. Something has to be corrupting my ritual, twisting it. Take this wand. I borrowed it from Master Tellinger before I left the guild. You can use it to pinpoint the source of the corruption. I have to go after Ranith. I have to save my wife.
Hey, mortal! Come on over here! Hey there, mortal. How you doing? Ha! You mortals. You always make me laugh. Yup, I'm a talking dog. Name's Barbas. I'm a companion to the Daedric Prince of Wishes. Guy by the name of Clavicus Vile. Hold on, we'll get to that in a moment. I bet you're here about all those Atronachs, right? That stupid mage let his magic get away from him. Well, this altar here next to me is the cause of all his problems. He had this silent plea to have something work well just once in his life. The altar twisted that up, and to be honest, it keeps me bound here. Look, do you want to fix things for that guy or not? His wife will get eaten if you sit around talking to dogs all day. If you want to set things right, you'll have to smash the altar. We'll both be happier with that altar smashed. You'll see. Sure, mortal. What can old Barbas tell you? He's a pain in my furry butt. That's what he is. He's the Daedric Prince of Deals. Make a wish, seal a pact, and he'll be there to grant you all the power you want. For a price, obviously. That's kind of a rude question, isn't it? I'm a dog. Look at my snuggly fur and cute wiggling tail. I'm adorable. Vile and I have a complicated relationship. How can I explain it to you? Oh, I'm a dog, right? He put me in the doghouse. won't let me home unless somebody else lets me out. I don't really know. I guess there was some kind of cult here in the marsh a long time ago. Or maybe it represents the site of some kind of important pact. Even Vile's forgotten about this old place now. Good luck with whatever it was, mortal.
What's going on? Where's Procalmo? Where's my husband?
You've returned. Don't try to interfere. Procalmo brought this on himself. Atronox, in our wood. What are you talking about? I saw the Atronox. Our sacred wood, ravaged by Daedric beasts. I gave him a chance and he spit in my face. I wish it were otherwise, but the Green Pact is clear. He must eat his sin. You have acted with honor so far, and I have no reason to think you a liar. But about the Atronox, though, we aren't prepared to face beasts like that. And he can send those things away. I see. It's clear to me now that Willowgrove needs someone wise to the ways of spellcasting. In the meantime, I owe some apologies. I will set about freeing Alanya. She did not deserve our rough treatment. He's locked within my home. He was being held until mealtime. Go and fetch him. I will untie Alanya and meet you there.
Lonis untied me? That means Procalmo is safe, right? He did nothing wrong?
Haven't I troubles enough?
That mage is destroying our forest. The Green Pact demands recompense.
Quite like that pact hostage, but her husband betrayed us.
I've had it, I tell you.
This doesn't seem right. Sometimes I wonder if the Vine Dusk Rangers understand things more than we do.
My friend! They hit me over the head and dragged me in here. Is Alanya safe? Truly? Thank the Eight, my friend. Without you, I would never have found out what was going on. Thank you. Alanya and I are deeply in your debt. Where is she? What are we waiting for, then? Let's go!
Master Procalmo, Lady Alanya, please, accept my apology.
Don't worry. I thought it was my fault too.
What he means to say is, these sorts of misunderstandings happen. We're not the type to hold a grudge.
Right. Yes. That's what I meant.
I'd like to extend you a more permanent offer here. We could use someone with your diligence and knowledge.
I don't really follow. I don't want to put Alanya at...
Dear, she's offering you a job. You'd be the town mage.
Really? I mean, yes, absolutely. If it's all right with you, dear.
I think I'd quite like that. No more stone tables, though, Ronith.
It would be our honor to have you both here.
Did you hear? Raneth wants to make me their town mage. Alanya loves it here. I think it's the mead. I can be a working spellcaster instead of a failed student. I can do this, and it's all thanks to you. Thank you.
I'd probably be in a stew if it hadn't been for you. Thank you.
We came far too close to a tragedy here. If we'd wrongly slain Alanya. Thanks to you, a touch of a Daedric prince is enough to muddy any water. I look forward to working with Master Pacamo. We could really use someone of his expertise. May the green guide your steps.
Welcome to Willow Grove. Thanks for visiting. I'm sorry we don't have enough spare honey mead to offer you a sample. We're running a bit low at the moment.
Please help me. I don't know what to do. Please, you must stop. Listen to me. You have come to Hadran's caravan for the games, yes? The gambling? My Tan is missing. I fear the worst and I do not know what to do. He is my mate, my life partner. He came to the caravan to bet on the games, to win gold so that we could make a life together. Foolish Tan. No coin is worth his life. His father and sister joined me in the search and told me of a woman named Azum. She works for Hadran himself. Might even know where my boy has gone, but would not speak to us. Please, will you try to speak to her? I can see the benevolence of Srendar in your eyes. Thank you. Who can say why a man in love does anything? We have spoken about our plans over the last few years. What we want to do with our lives. Tan grew restless, tired of waiting for tomorrow to come. Our dream, do not laugh, please. Tan's father, Mozag, is a cook, and a very accomplished cook. My Tan is a good cook as well, and I have always wanted to run a business. We spoke of opening our own tavern, making Mozag proud. You have not heard of Hadran? His reputation is one of darkness and cruel claws. They say he trades in slave flesh and skooma, that he makes deals with spies and traitors. I worry my sweet Tan is in over his head.
Welcome to Hadran's caravan. I'm Azum. I manage the games and the tavern. What can I do for you? You'll have to excuse me. I make it a policy not to discuss what guests have come to the caravan or what they do here. We value the privacy of our clients, you know. I understand. I'd like to help, but, you know, perhaps some of the game runners may have seen him. If you were to speak to them, maybe spend some coin, perhaps, they may recall this kitten. It's what I'd do, if I were you. Let's see. Dulan espies many things from his position at the Lizard racetrack, and most people that come to the caravan watch the spikeball races, so Bunal is a good bet. Kaba up at the Troll Ring has a keen eye for newcomers.
The next race is about to begin. Place your bets. Remember, the fine line between winning and losing is the finish line. Now is not the time for questions. Now is the time for betting. Place your bet on one of these fine lizards. Winners get fed, losers feed us. Right into the stew pot. After the race is finished, we can discuss your friend. You question my skill at cooking? This one stew is known for yards around. But, maybe you have a suggestion? An exotic recipe? Tand. Ah, yes. Dulon remembers him now. Yellow braids, younger. He was here. He lost many coins, then got into the moon sugar rum. Sad state of affairs. Oh, of this I am sure. But if Hadran heard about this, well, the boss doesn't mind drinking, and he has a certain patience for owing. But drunks that owe a lot of coin tend to disappear. They are hard on the peace and bad for business. Who can say? Dulon never sees them again. Now go. This one has races to run.
You look strong, sleek. Yes, come. Join the race. Try your hand at spikeball, the sport of champions.
Why look when you have found your new calling? Spikeball is the most exciting new sport in all of Tamriel. You will be hero to all. Perhaps you do not understand. Bunal is running a business here. He must run a match. Perhaps after the match, Bunal will be more willing to discuss this Tand person. But only after the match. Yes, Bunal likes your style. The game is simple. You must run the course and beat the other runners to the finish line. Each of you will carry 3 spike balls. These you can use to throw at your opponents, to stun them and slow them down. Please return to the starting line. Ready. Set! Spike ball!
This one hates the sight of blood.
You fly like the wind and hurl like a giant. If you were to consider a career in Spikeball, this one would be pleased to be your manager. I remember your Tand. Yes, he was a fierce runner. Great speed. Very powerful. Spikeball? No, he was terrible at Spikeball. Hadron's men were chasing him. I have never seen such an athlete. This one did...
Witness a diabolical duel of death and destruction. Place your bets. 2 terrifying titans face off in a bloody battle of bulk. Welcome to the Troll Arena. Kaba has no interest in talking of troublemakers. All she speaks of are bets and trolls, winners and losers. Perhaps if you were to bet, she would remember a loser named Tand. It was you who stopped the Colovians? Out of respect for what you did at Arenthia, you may ask your questions, but be quick. I have much to attend to. Kaba remembers him. He bet and bet until he lost all his gold, crawled into the bottle. Azum heard of his losses and his drinking and his debts. He might have even heard from Kaba. Who can say? She has tried to warn troublemakers off in times past before Hadron can get his claws on them. This one does not know, and she does not want to know. Hadron makes troublemakers and debtors disappear. Kaba is not so curious about their fate that she would risk sharing it.
I've been looking for you. Hadron would like a moment of your time. I wouldn't talk like that in front of Hadron. In my experience, prophecies like that have a way of fulfilling themselves. You brought this attention on yourself. Show a bit more subtlety, and you might just live through this day. Smartest thing you've said today. Yes, I'm taking you to Hadron. Mind what you say to him, and keep your guard up. And don't trust him. I certainly don't.
His face was such a real one.
Let me explain how things work around here. For our little operation to work, everybody's got to watch everybody else. The dealers watch the players, the game bosses watch the dealers, and a Zoom watches the managers. Me? I watch everybody. But today, I'm watching you. Let me tell you about Tand. When he won, he collected. When he lost, he borrowed. When the well ran dry, he whined. He owes me a lot of gold. If I forgave the debts of every whiner with a sob story, I'd be out of business. Of course he's still alive. Dead men don't pay debts. We made a deal, him and me. He's working it off. Doing a little heavy lifting around the camp. And when he gets used up, I'm going to sell him. He doesn't know about that part yet. Why not? Come on, big shot. I'll take you to him myself. Walk this way.
Over here. Easy now. Don't kill the only ally you have in this camp. I just want to talk. Hadran's a monster. Over the years, the coin, the skooma, they've made him cruel. Cross him, and usually you end up buried in a hole out in the wastes. Kill him, and no one will mourn him. What I propose is simple. A kind of limited partnership. Kill Hadran and walk out of here with that boy, Tand. I've worked this caravan all my life. These people are my family. What started as a side business for Hadran is getting out of hand. Hadran's a slave trader. The Khajiit you're looking for isn't working off a debt. He's being sold on the open market. Grab some of the old uniforms in that tent. Free Tand and the other prisoners, and they can walk out in disguise. Hadran already has buyers set up. He'll be out for blood. He comes after you, and you take him out. Simple.
This one promises to bring money next month. No, next week. You can't hurt me. Shifty can't get the money if... What? Really? Oh, thank Riddlethar. Untie this one. Thank you.
I wasn't stealing. I just slipped and put my hand in his coin pouch. Oh, finally, you cretins listen to reason. It was an accident. Phew, I think I should keep the money that fell into my palm, just as compensation for this incident. My thanks.
My friends are going to murder you for this. Just you wait. You are? Oh, thank you. I was so scared. Thank you.
Many thanks. We must get out of here. Tand thought he was going to be sold. This one thanks you for your help. Tand came here. He thought he could win money enough to open a tavern, make his father and his Sind proud. Before this one knew what was happening, he was dragged off by Hadran and his strongmen. They said they would sell this one to slavers. Yes, we must leave. The gate to the outside is just around the corner. Sind must be worried sick over this one.
That carcass is mine. You won't leave here. Heal me!
Sind!
Tan, you're alive!
I thought I'd never see you again.
You have returned my Tan to me. I do not know how it would have gone on without him. Your kindness will never be forgotten. How did you get him out of there? Truly, then thanks Rendar you came along. Tamriel is free of another shaveskin Muskas. And Tan is returned to me. Bright moons and long life to you, Walker. We will remember you, always. Come here.
Oh, please, no lecture. This one is sorry.
You deserve one. We were worried about you.
Tand knows.
Life is a story, yes? We must live through it together. You cannot skip to the last page. Win a life in a gambling den.
Tand knows. He just wanted to make you and Muzag proud.
We are proud of you. Your father, your sister, me. You do not need a lot of coin to make us proud.
Tand knows.
We're here for you, you know that. We'll get through this. This is nothing like the time with those Colovians, yeah? The time you almost lost your eye?
That was a bad one. This one loves you, Sind.
I love you too, Tand.
Thank you so much for helping this one, stranger. Tand promises to be a better life mate to Sind.